Education is an art that necessitates the invocation and nurturing of hidden knowledge, much akin to the essence of the term education itself, which implies a process of leading forth. This task falls to those endowed with the gift of teaching. Amongst the pantheon of idealists, ENFJs shine as quintessential educators, possessing a remarkable knack for influencing others subtly and effectively. From their youth, these individuals often become the nucleus of their peer groups, attracting others with their innate leadership and engaging presence. As adults, they excel as orchestrators of collective learning experiences, adeptly unlocking the latent potential within each learner. Mentors, a variant of Plato's idealists and Aristotle's ethicists, share many traits with their NF counterparts. Their communication is characterized by abstractness and their goal implementation by cooperation. They harbor a deep fascination for the humanities, are driven by moral considerations, and excel in personnel management. Their orientation is altruistic, open-minded and visionary, always with an eye towards the future. They derive their self-worth from being perceived as empathetic, kind-hearted and genuine. Mentors are typically enthusiastic, intuitive, romantic, identity-seeking, recognition-desiring, and aspire to attain sage-like wisdom. Intellectually, they favor diplomacy over strategy, logistics, and tactics. They lean towards the directive role of a mentor rather than the inquisitive stance of an advocate, preferring the role of a teacher over that of a counselor, owing to their expressive nature. Mentors set high standards for those around them, inspiring others to action and to live up to these expectations through their infectious enthusiasm. Representing about 2% of the population, they possess a charming belief in the adherence of others to their expectations, seldom doubting compliance to their subtle directives. More often than not, they achieve this thanks to their extraordinary charisma. These gregarious mentors are meticulous in planning work and social events, adhering reliably to commitments. Yet, they thrive in complex scenarios requiring agile handling of numerous variables with minimal pre-planning. Skilled mentor leaders can effortlessly conceive a plethora of activities and roles for their groups, a talent that can border on genius in response to the enthusiasm of their participants, a trait challenging for other types to replicate. This ability to lead spontaneously is reminiscent of the ESFJ provider guardian, though the latter leans more towards being a ceremonial host than a group leader. SFJs excel in ensuring guest comfort and upholding social niceties. Similarly, mentors prioritize harmonious relations, handling interpersonal interactions with charm and care, and generally enjoy popularity. However, their focus is more on being educational leaders, primarily invested in the growth and development of individuals. Educators place individuals at the zenith of their priorities, effortlessly exuding a sense of care, concern, and a readiness to engage deeply with others. This nurturing demeanor often makes them a beacon of support and guidance, capable of providing genuine solace and assistance. They exhibit a heartfelt interest in the challenges faced by those around them, be it students, colleagues, or employees. However, this deep involvement can sometimes lead them to shoulder the burdens of others excessively, finding it challenging to disengage even from unreasonable demands. Such profound empathy can occasionally lead to emotional overextension, inadvertently causing them to bear the emotional weight of others, which can inadvertently place a strain on their personal lives. When I'm able to maintain certain relationships due to time or energy constraints, they may experience an amplified sense of guilt disproportionate to the reality of their obligations. Educators possess a remarkable talent for empathy through introjection, absorbing the emotions, traits, and beliefs of others to the point of subconsciously mimicking them. This exceptional empathetic connection, while a strength, also presents a risk. They may over-identify with others, adopting their challenges as their own, potentially compromising their own identity. Moreover, Mentors are prone to idealizing personal relationships, elevating them to a level that often transcends the complexities of human nature. This propensity to infuse their ideals into relationships may unintentionally overwhelm their companions, who may feel inadequate against such lofty expectations, not realizing that their mentor counterparts are their supporters, not critics. A broad spectrum of professions aligns well with the mentor's talents, though their quest for the ideal sometimes permeates their career choices, instilling a sense of restlessness. Their proficiency in language and interpersonal skills enables them to excel in roles that require direct human interaction. Fields like media, ministry, therapy, education, and primary healthcare are replete with successful mentors. They are advised to steer clear of careers that do not leverage their interpersonal abilities, such as accounting, law, or the military, favoring roles that involve consistent personal interaction and allow them to exercise their diplomatic acumen. Educators take communication as a given, assuming an instinctive understanding and acceptance of their ideas, just as they are accepting of others. Encountering situations where their views or beliefs are misunderstood or not embraced can leave them surprised, perplexed, and occasionally disheartened. Thankfully, such instances are rare, given their exceptional prowess in verbal communication, particularly in face-to-face interactions. Their influence in group settings is significant, as they confidently voice their thoughts, regardless of the size of the audience. Mentors, renowned for their extroverted nature and perhaps the most expressive among all personality types, exhibit little reservation in sharing their emotions. Their negative feelings might erupt spontaneously, akin to steam escaping from a whistling tea kettle, while their positive emotions are often expressed with a dramatic flair, sometimes bordering on the theatrical. With dedication and practice, teachers have the potential to evolve into mesmerizing and captivating orators. These individuals are advised to trust their instincts, as their intuition is usually exceptionally well honed. However, their reliance on logic in decision-making may sometimes falter, making it beneficial for them to seek counsel from more rational types in certain situations. In matters of personal and interpersonal understanding, their insight is unmatched. They possess an acute awareness of their inner emotional state and can discern the intentions and feelings of others with remarkable precision, rarely misjudging another's motives. In their closest relationships, teachers highly value mutual cooperation, making them outstanding partners and companions. They invest tirelessly in nurturing harmony with their significant other, generously dedicating their time and energy to ensure their partner's happiness. Mentors often feel a personal responsibility when domestic life encounters turbulence. However, this unwavering commitment often coexists with a dream of an ideal partnership, a trait common among idealists, but particularly potent in teachers. This yearning for a perfect mate can sometimes induce a sense of restlessness and a subtle dissatisfaction with their current partner, even when the relationship is fundamentally sound. As parents, teachers are exceptionally dedicated to their children, yet they steer clear of being overbearing. Instead, they approach parenthood with overwhelming affection and nurturing, to the extent that they may be susceptible to manipulation by a particularly demanding child. Their parenting style is defined by a deep emotional connection and a nurturing spirit, fostering a warm and supportive family environment. In the realm of education, the role of mentors transcends mere teaching. It becomes an odyssey into awakening dormant wisdom and guiding its ascent into the light of understanding. These individuals, embodying the spirit of both Plato's idealists and Aristotle's ethicists, stand out in the pantheon of educators, wielding their influence with a subtlety and effectiveness that is nothing short of remarkable. From early on, mentors are often the gravitational center of their peer groups, their inherent leadership qualities and engaging presence drawing others towards them. As they mature, their proficiency in guiding collective learning journeys becomes increasingly evident, adeptly tapping into and nurturing the hidden potential within each individual. Mentors, in their quest for knowledge and personal growth, exhibit a profound affinity for the humanities, driven by a strong moral compass and excelling in the art of personnel management. Their approach to life and relationships is characterized by altruism, open-mindedness, and a forward-looking vision. They take pride in being perceived as empathetic, benevolent, and authentic, qualities that resonate deeply with those around them. These individuals are often driven by enthusiasm, intuition, a longing for romantic ideals, a desire for identity and recognition, and a pursuit of wisdom akin to that of ancient sages. Intellectually, they display a preference for diplomacy, often choosing roles that allow them to guide and mentor others, rather than those that require a more inquisitive or analytical approach. Within their communities and workplaces, mentors are known for setting high benchmarks, their enthusiasm acting as a catalyst that inspires others to strive for excellence. Making up about 2% of the population, they possess an innate belief in the compliance of others to their expectations, rarely doubting the effectiveness of their subtle guidance. This belief is often validated by the outcomes they achieve, a testament to their remarkable charisma. Mentors are meticulous in organizing both professional and social engagements, demonstrating a reliable commitment to their plans. They excel in environments that demand agility and adaptability, where they can manage multiple variables with minimal preliminary planning. Their leadership style is intuitive and responsive, allowing them to conceptualize a variety of activities and roles for their groups, a skill that can verge on genius, particularly when fueled by the enthusiasm and participation of their team members. This spontaneous leadership style shares similarities with that of the ESFJ provider guardian, though mentors tend to focus more on being educational leaders, prioritizing the growth and development of individuals over ceremonial roles. As nurturers and caregivers, mentors prioritize the well-being of others, often being seen as pillars of support and guidance. Their deep involvement in the lives of those around them, whether students, colleagues, or employees, is marked by genuine concern and a willingness to offer assistance. However, this profound empathy can sometimes lead them to absorb the burdens of others, making it difficult to detach from these demands, even when they become unreasonable. This can lead to emotional overextension, inadvertently impacting their personal lives and relationships. In situations where they are unable to maintain certain relationships due to constraints of time or energy, they may experience a heightened sense of guilt, which may be disproportionate to the reality of their commitments. Mentors have a unique ability to empathize through introjection, taking in the characteristics, emotions, and beliefs of others to the extent of subconsciously mimicking them. While this empathetic connection is a significant strength, it also poses a risk, as they may over-identify with others, blurring the boundaries of their own identity. In personal relationships, mentors often idealize their connections, elevating them to an almost unattainable level. This tendency can inadvertently create pressure on their partners, who may feel unable to live up to these exalted expectations, unaware that mentors view them more as allies than critics. This idealization of relationships reflects their longing for a perfect partnership, a characteristic common among idealists but particularly pronounced in teachers. This desire for an ideal mate can sometimes lead to restlessness and a subtle dissatisfaction with existing relationships, despite their overall health and stability.